Olu Smith here. Make sure y'all subscribe to my boy Downtown Deuce ASAP. Come on, man.
Destination restoration. Destination restoration. Destination restoration. Destination restoration. It's our time. Can you feel the elevation? We on a mission on vacation. Time to create the separation. Championships and motivation. 313 need no explanation. Miss me with all that conversation. We ready for the confrontation. Counting down to our destination. The final destination. Together all the time together. It's us against the world, it don't get no better. We turned it around, that was the beginning. Coming for the crown, you know we winning. Time to put in the work, I'm about to go for steady. Taking our prisoners, it's my time. Yeah, I know that it hurts. Tearing back on the church, you don't wanna see me in my prime. The mission is to ring, we're caught in everything. In the city, supporting the dream. Vision new I never seen, we deserve to be king. It's all or nothing, no in between. The clock is ticking and I hope you're listening. Don't touch me cause I'm sizzling. Physicality is tipping and mentality is menacing. The dog pound body's crippling. Now the clock is ticking and I hope you're listening. Don't touch me cause I'm sizzling. Physicality is tipping and mentality is menacing. The dog pound body's crippling. To the elevation. We on a mission on vacation. Time to create the separation. Championships and motivation. 313 need no explanation. Miss me with all that conversation. We ready for the confrontation. Counting down to our destination. The final destination.
Pistons fans, can you feel the elevation, man? Can y'all feel the elevation, bro? Oh my God. First of all, yes, my voice is hoarse. Y'all could probably hear it. I'm doing my best Barry White impression tonight. I put it on X that y'all can come listen to me sound all hoarse. But hey, you know what? Don't stop the show. You know we're here. Me and Boss are here. Boss.
Hello.
What in the world did we just watch? What in the world did we just watch?
My gosh.
I'm so hyped right now.
All I wanted today was to like bounce back and look like a team. We did that beyond that. And then won.
Yeah, I would have been happy if we just played hard, played better than we did last game.
Exactly.
Fine. Just don't get blown off the floor. But man, oh my God. First of all, before we go any further, y'all are in deep tonight. I see, man, as soon as we started getting ready to prepare, I saw a slew of comments. So y'all know we're going to have fun tonight. I ain't got my full voice, but it don't stop this show. Like I said, Boss is going to carry for me tonight with her voice, right? Because she got a lot of thoughts she going to get to. But y'all know, unless I can't talk, I'm going to be here. And you know the same thing with Boss. So we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. We see you guys in the comments, man. So, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I don't even know where to start, man. Like, Boss, where should we start? Where should we start, man? Like, because this was such a roller coaster of a game, man. Okay,
yeah.
Let's get all the main points out the way, and then we'll get to some details.
Yeah.
So, guys, for anybody who did not see this game tonight, the Pistons faced off tonight against the Houston Rockets in Game 2 of the regular season, and they win 115 to 111. It's funny because the last game ended 115-111, but now we're just on the right end, the right side of that score. So we moved to 1-1 on the season. JB Bickerstaff, shout out to him.
Yep.
300th career win.
Awesome. Shout
out to him, man. This was a great team win. That's probably the best way I could describe it. Together all the time together, man. Amazing. Okay, so as far as the injury report, right? Marcus Sasser, he missed his second straight game with a hip injury. Karis LeVert also was out with hamstring tightness, so that was unfortunate. I really want to see him get some reps with these guys. Mm-hmm. And Boss, you saw it. The Pistons went to their same starting five as last game with Cade, Duncan Robinson, Ausar Thompson, Tobias, and JD. And I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to see a change.
Yeah.
But from what I saw from Duncan Robinson tonight, I can't even really argue with it. I can't. I'm calling myself out. Y'all know I call myself out. He played great tonight. We're gonna get to that. So, Boss, I'm gonna let you kick us off with some initial thoughts. Talk to me.
I mean, okay. Well, I thought, Johnny Kane was talking at the beginning that Sass was going to be in, and I was like, awesome, let's go. So he must have truly been like a last minute scratch. And okay, we played great the whole game, the entire game. The Houston Rockets never went on a run.
Yep. That's a great point.
All right. If you heard that was my cat.
No, you're good.
But they never went on a run. We never really went on a run either, but we kept with it. Yep. And we didn't let them get a lead, larger than 6?
Yeah.
At no point. So, I mean, there's of course a couple things to work on, but we played like the team, a deep team, a team with depth, a team that we can call upon when we need it, which we did. And so I'm just thrilled. And, there were some things that, again, it was kind of us against the refs. The KD's KD. KD's either going to make
had like 20 free throws.
Yeah. He's either going to make the shot or get the call. We know that. Wasn't it? But we played through it. Loved it. I am just I'm still shocked because again, like I told you, I just want us to play like a team. And then it got to a point where I was like, oh, we're playing really well that it would kind of bum me out if we lost.
Right. A wasted effort almost. So I know.
We closed it. We did it. And I'm just thrilled for them. I think that this game, I got to watch with my parents. My parents are visiting. So I got to watch with them. And my stepdad even mentioned, he's like, this game is, as soon as Duren got kicked out, he's like, this game's good for the Pistons because it gives them a chance to prove themselves, to pull themselves up and get out there and do it. And it was a really good second game. It gives me so much hope for the future. And it just solidifies that what we knew the Pistons to be and what we expected of them wasn't present against the Bulls, but here it is. And I think it's here to stay.
I agree with you. And yes, I do have my tea, y'all. I got my tea. Trying to keep my voice warm so I can say what I need to say for y'all. But no, you made some really good points. Before I go in any which direction, because we can go any direction. Right. Trajan Langdon.
Yes, exactly. 100%.
This team is deep, man. Man, and listen, this is a game that included us not having Jaden Ivey, Marcus Asser, Karis LeVert, JD in the second half, Ron Holland and Stewart in the fourth quarter. And they still scratched and clawed their way to a gritty win. Just next man up mentality, man. So I had to shout out Trajan Langdon because he brought in guys that fit this team, man. The Javonte Greens of the world, the Ron Hollands of the world, the B-ball Paul Reeds of the world. We gonna get to those guys. I know that's your man. I'm gonna let you do your victory lap when we get to him for sure. Danis Jenkins, my dog, played well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ooh, we gonna get to that. We gonna get to that for sure. Okay, so, but I wanted to shout out Trajan Langdon. We shouted out JD Bickerstaff. Both of those guys, man, amazing. As far as putting this team together and then putting a plan and a blueprint in place for us to be able to go get this game. Yeah, I thought that was great, man. And when you think about this team we just beat, this is a Houston Rockets team that just gave the defending champion OKC Thunder all they could handle in a double overtime loss just a couple days ago. Yeah. And that game was on the road for the Rockets, right? So for us to go into their building shorthanded and still come out with a win, very impressive. Yeah. Very impressive, man. Man, oh man. Yeah, go ahead. Have at it.
It's just unreal. I'm thrilled because, you have that slight moment of doubt when you play like you do about okay, how long is it going to take for us to pull it together? Right. And we did it. And we did it in adversity. We did it without, with losing JD. We did it without, and I know we'll get to JD, but that was rough, but he did have a good start and I'll give him for sure. We did it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Listen, let's get to some super chats real quick, and then we'll keep it moving. So Doug, my man, Doug is an OG guy. He's been a Pistons fan for 50, 60 years, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Call me out if I'm wrong, Doug, but I think you have been here part of the Pistons community for years, man. So shout out to you. Appreciate your support. Says first win for you and Sarah, Deuce. Yes, Deuce and Boss got our first win. JB got us 300th. We got our first. So hopefully at some point we can get to our 300th. We'll see how that plays out. Dominique Davis, my dog, always showing love, my boy, says one of the ugliest and slow-paced games I've ever seen. Duren, you got to be smarter if you're trying to get paid. That's exactly what I said. If you're gonna bet on yourself, you can't, and it doesn't look great when the team still wins. Yeah, I'm just saying from an optics standpoint, you got to be smarter. I agree. He says Duncan bounced back and Reed stepped up tonight. Yeah. Ron got to be smarter with fouls as an important rotation guy now. Yeah, listen, we're going to get to Ron, but I mean, we haven't seen a lot of games with Ron in foul trouble. I mean, this is KD. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even too mad at him because he didn't do anything out of the ordinary as far as how he plays. He played like Ron.
I think a lot of them were touch fouls.
Right. Yeah, that last one.
Egregious. Nothing egregious.
Oh my God. That last one was terrible.
How?
KD just falling over.
Yeah.
Shane Goon doing the same thing like all night, just trying to foul. They know who the defenders are on this team, and they were trying to bait them in the fouls and flop and hope the rest will bail them out. And unfortunately, they did. So, but Dominique, you made some great points there, bro. Definitely agree with most of those there for sure, and I appreciate your support as always, my guy. Okay. What we got here? I just saw a comment that was on the screen set from Mega Hustler. What did it say?
I said,
bring it back for me. Right. Yeah, come on, bro. It's like he's a very talented player. Well, come on, man. Like it's not even necessary. Go ahead.
I have to say, JB last year was one of the coaches that used his challenge the most and was unsuccessful. I am very proud. There is a couple of things that even I was like challenge, but I'm very proud that he held back because the challenge that we needed that challenge late in the game for that jump ball. So I'm very proud of that aspect because I feel like we used to challenge kind of BS plays, doesn't really change the game. So even though I think we could have won a couple more if we challenged, I'm really happy that he saved it when we needed it.
No, I agree.
So
You're right.
JB's control over that.
Man, he used to challenge like Dan Campbell goes on fourth down.
Yeah.
Like he used to go crazy with it. So I like that he's, like you said, trying to save it and, things like that make the difference in games. Yeah. So shout out to him, man, for sure. Okay, so look, before we talk about this game, I just want to backtrack a little bit. The first game of the season, right? The Pistons had to go up against Nikola Vucevic. He dropped 28 and 14. It didn't really get easier tonight with Alperen Sengun, right? He dropped 40 against the Thunder. You know what I mean? So, and that's not even counting KD. So I just felt like the Pistons had this game circled on their calendar. Yeah. I feel like they kind of overlooked the Bulls. Yeah. To get to this game. We should be 2-0.
I agree.
To be real, you look at if we brought this effort and this hustle and this approach to game one, that would have been a double-digit win. Easily, because we're better than them. So we talk about it. Young teams, sometimes they play up and down to the competition. They win games they're not supposed to sometimes, and they lose games they're not supposed to sometimes. So it's great not to harp on that too much, but I'm just thinking back like this is something they can learn from as far as like we just beat the Rockets on the road without 5 of our guys. Yeah. So we had no business losing to the Bulls without Kobe White. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So just things like that to keep in mind. I think they did overlook the Bulls a little bit. They thought they'd be able to beat them without playing 48 minutes. Yeah. Because we saw in the fourth quarter, they turned it up. Yeah. So I just wanted to point that out. But I also want to focus on tonight because tonight was a great team win. And it's something that they can definitely learn from. What are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. No, I agree. And, Detroit sports in general, Lions, Pistons, even the Tigers, I would call them second half teams. They're kind of teams that like once they kind of maybe start off slow and then figure it out. Tonight we were different. We started off strong and I'm really proud of that. And we kept it strong. But I think that the problem with the Bulls game was, like you said, we didn't come back till the fourth. But I think, we weren't prepared for the first game as much as we wanted to be, and we had a slow start. And now we've hopefully learned our lesson because and we'll talk about it more, but this game should be a booster going forward. The Houston Rockets, we have the Celtics and the Magic and the Cavs. This game was what I was worried about the most.
Me too.
We pulled it out.
Me too. I was afraid if we brought the same intensity as last game, we would have got blown off the floor tonight. Oh, yeah. But the way they held guys in check, man, it was great. So we got some comments. Guys, we're going to get to as many as we can. Yeah. If you want me to for sure get to it, drop a super chat or put it in caps, whatever. But we're going to try to get to as many as we can. Dominic says, also, how does grab Cade, doesn't get called for a foul, but give him the attention off. Right. Come on, bro. Like, come on, man. Like some of the foul calls tonight were ridiculous. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. I'll even argue that the flagrant 2 on Duren should have been a flagrant 1 at most. I've seen much worse. I've seen much worse be called flagrant 1s.
I have to.
So, it wasn't smart of him, Yeah, it wasn't. We'll talk about it, but somehow that turned up the bar too.
It seemed like it did.
There had to be words. There had to be words exchanged. Amen laughing on the sideline really just like got under my skin.
No, I agree.
His brother gets too. But anyways, some of the calls were missed. Cade was just barrel rolled sometimes. Like, oh my gosh. And then they just get the touch fouls, most of them on KD, Jabari, but it's something you fight through and something we're used to. So at least there's that.
Right. For sure. And we just made big plays in key moments when we needed them. You know, it was some sloppiness here and there down the stretch.
Yep.
But they made enough plays. So, okay. And we know, man, the Rockets are going to be a problem. They're going to be a problem. And they are a huge team. Their smallest guy in the starting lineup was Ausar Thompson.
Yeah. Well, it's like
ridiculous.
They're 0-2. But Fred Van
gosh.
Come back eventually.
Man. Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
And Reed Shepherd got hot for them a little. I was telling my parents, like, we don't want his ego to go up. We don't like that guy.
Bro, he's not the third pick in the draft, bro. I'm sorry.
No,
he's a good player, but come on, we're gonna get to him too. But with the Rockets D, you saw it right away. Like we saw last game with the Bulls, right? The Pistons opened the first and second half the same way. Okay, the JD lob.
Yes.
They tried it tonight, and right away it got slapped away.
That's what I noticed too. They're catching on. Teams are catching on to that trick.
Yeah, and it don't help when you're big. When you're a big team like that, it's your window is this big. You really got to be able to be on time, on target. So I saw right away on the first play of the game, like, it's gonna be a tough one.
Yep. So they studied. They watched their film. They knew what was coming.
Yeah, exactly. Heisenberg says, I also like seeing so many of our guys getting minutes. Chaz is another one. Chaz too. Shows some defensive chops, right? So Danis for sure. We're going to get to all those guys. First Class King said, you got to get to King. Bro, I was texting King during the game, bro. I just said this I just said at the last show. I said, watch, Danis Jenkins is going to get in this game. He's going to play next game. And lo and behold, when King was saying Motor City Crew, I said, okay, you're going to eat your words, going to eat that crow. And lo and behold, not only did he play, but he played a part in us winning this game in that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So, and that was his first NBA regular season game ever. So to come out like that, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, that was awesome. And we'll get to it, but looking at his stat lines, you almost expected more. And I'm going to the box score, but you'll almost expected more because of how in control he kept it.
Yeah. He just, like we said, just set the table, settle things down, don't turn the ball over. And I was talking to Jeremy Hart, his trainer, before the game or during the game. Shout out Jeremy. And he was just like, man, those are shots he's gonna make. He's gonna make those shots. When he gets more opportunity, more reps, and he gets comfortable, he's gonna knock those down. So, like I said, his first game, already making an impact. So he's an NBA player, that is for sure. All right, we'll get to that. Okay, let's get to some individual box scores tonight. Let's see. I'm gonna do my best, y'all. Y'all let me know if my voice is too unbearable tonight. I'm gonna do my best, man. I got my tea. Took some, had a couple of Ricolas, so we're gonna see how it works out. All right, so let's start with Cade. So tonight, guys, Cade had 21 points on 7 for 16 shooting, 3 of 8 from 3, 4 or 5 from the free throw line, 7 boards, 9 assists, 1 block, 8 turnovers. Got to get those down. But we'll get to why. Yeah. And he did that in 39 minutes. So what is your initial reaction to Cade's performance tonight?
He started a little slow. We knew he would heat up. I think that if he had more opportunities to shoot too, but he drew every defender, double teaming, triple teaming him. He did great. I think, my personal thing with the turnovers is that he was triple teamed, quadruple teamed, tried to get it out. It was deflected, something like that. And then there was like a couple passes to like Paul Reed that are Jalen Duren height, just adjusting to that. So his turnover ratio, but like he was the leader tonight for sure. I mean, he played almost 40 minutes. He played 39 minutes and 18 seconds. And that's just incredible. He really helped pull out this win. And he was getting into it. He was getting frustrated. He was, he deserved more fouls. He had, but he did have a block. Yeah, that block was beautiful. He looked really good. And it's only the start. I think this was, even though he had a better box score against the Bulls, this was his better game.
Yeah, for sure.
Only going to get better from here too.
For sure. Detroit Drew says Cade throwing lobs. Like I saw that lob to Ausar. Like, bro, come on, man. And it's always to Ausar. Like if Ausar ain't gonna catch it, then it's a bad pass. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't a good pass there. I saw that too. But he made up for it. He made some huge plays in this game, man. And you could see he was just mentally and physically just getting exhausted. Physically, and then how many minutes did he play again tonight? He played 39. 39. So once again, this is why you need a backup point guard. This is why Danis Jenkins needs more minutes. This is exactly why. Yeah. This is exactly why. So he doesn't have to play so many minutes, and so he's not getting double teamed at every opportunity. Yes. Like we saw it over and over again. In the first half, he was really good in the first half, man. He was very methodical. Yeah. Just playing smart, like not forcing anything. He was very careful with the basketball, just taking what was there. He didn't really force anything in that first half. When the ISO was there, he took it. When the open three was there, he took it. And he also found his guys when they were open. The lob, it was usually on time, on target, other than the first one of the game, right? And that's how you got to play against the Rockets, man. Because once again, they got that length. They will turn you over and over again if you are careless with that basketball. So second half, he was a little careless. But once again, I think he got physically and mentally exhausted. It was a little nonchalant. Tyree Eason kind of took it from him, and he was jogging back, and
I noticed that.
I think he was just tired.
Yeah,
I think he was just tired. So that's go ahead.
I was at the free throw line, dripping sweat, dripping.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I mean, I think he just wanted to really take control of the game, and so if he didn't find a shot right away, which you could tell that when he knew he had a shot, when he knew he had a drive, when he knew he had a three in the second half, he would take it. But if he didn't, he tried to pitch it out right away, and it just didn't work out.
Facts.
But I give credit to Houston too. Houston's not a team that's just going to give up. So it's a tough team to do that again. But I would say in the majority of his double teams and triple teams, he got the job done anyways. For
sure. Yeah. I want to shout out Doug again, says, excuse me, said, props for playing hurt, dudes. Add some money. Hey, yeah, no load management over here, bro. If I can go, I'm going to go. And you already know the boss is going to be here with me. So appreciate you as always, Doug. All right, man. But Cade was great, man. He had some big buckets late. He had back-to-back bombs on Jabari Smith, which I loved because I cannot stand Jabari Smith Jr. He gets on my nerves. Remember a couple years ago when he and JD got into it and JD dunked all over him. It was all in his face and Jabari's acting like he didn't see him. I think some of that kind of bled over into this game.
I think so. And
it was a little chippy.
Yeah, it's pretty funny because I again was talking to my stepdad when Jabari got into it with Ausar. I was like, gosh, if I was a man, I'd be like, bro, what are you doing? But then Ausar, JD got into it with the men. And so it's just kind of interesting. But I agree that it bled over because it kind of came out of nowhere. And what are you gonna do? You and Şengün both had him locked up. It was you.
Right. You could definitely see it was some residue from before for sure. But it's just so nice to get wins in these kind of games. You know what I mean?
And then Cade hit his free throws when they mattered.
I was just about to say that.
4 or 5, but he struggled against the Bulls with free throws, and then to come out and make them when they matter, huge. Because again, that's a whole part of closing the game out, which is something that we've been working on since last season. We did much better last season, but to just get that in and do it was awesome.
And made them when they counted. Up to about 10 seconds left on the clock. Get fouled, go to the line, knock them down. Yeah, that's what MVP players. That's what all NBA players. That's what leaders of teams that are winning. That's what they do.
Yeah, and
that's what they do.
It was kind of a phantom foul call, at the end there. He was trying to run out the clock, but
it wasn't even a foul. Yeah.
Well, it's I'm almost glad he got to the basket because if they just changed their mind and they decided, it wasn't a foul, inbound the ball, I think that would have been more dangerous.
That's true.
As long as Cade has it, I'm okay with it.
So. I'm with you. Yeah, you could tell Cade really wanted this game, man. He gave it his all, man. You could just see the effort on both. He wasn't perfect. He made mistakes. But you could see 39 minutes, man. He was, like you mentioned, he was just dripping in sweat. They all were. Paul Reed was. You could see all these guys just really wanted to get this. This was a pride game. A pride game.
Oh, yeah.
You could see it. You could see it for sure. So shout out to Cade, man. He played a overall. Fantastic. I know he had 8 turnovers, but you got to consider the fact that he is playing once again. Let's get to this. I said the last game. I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to say it every other time I see it on the court. Where do you guys think these double teams are coming from? Why do you guys think he's getting double teamed so often? Because he does not have his running mate. Yeah. The same reason we saw him getting double teamed last year in the playoffs against Knicks. It's the same thing all over again. There is no other playmaker in the starting lineup with Cade. So if Jaden Ivey is available, this does not happen. Because he's either going to knock down the open three, 40% last year, or he's going to get downhill and make the right play. I guarantee you that would not happen if he was available. So I'm just saying. Y'all gotta keep that in mind. When he comes back, he's going to show that. All right. Super chat. CeeLo. Appreciate you, bro. Says B-Ball Paul was a man against boys. I'm going to say boys. Yeah. A man against boys out there, bro. But I know what you're saying. But I definitely agree with you, man. He stepped up in a major way. I don't think anybody expected B-Ball Paul to do that when JD left the game. Except for Boss. Because Boss has been, you've been clamoring for him for a long time. I got to give you credit. You've been on him for a while. I've always been a fan. but you've been like Paul Reed, like since we got him. So shout out to you. It's nice to see him get the opportunity, and then when he gets it, show up. I love JD, but we really didn't miss him as much as I thought I would in the second half.
And that's
because Paul Reed.
I felt. Yeah, that's how I felt. That's how I've always felt. Like I felt like we're deeper at the center than we realized with Paul Reed. And then I thought worst case, Paul Reed also gets into these foul troubles because of the way the refs were calling the game in terms of that. And then we have Tolu.
We got Tolu, right?
Also wouldn't upset me, even if Tolu strictly focused on defense.
Exactly.
Cool. I would be happy with it. But
100%.
He does Paul Reed things. He never gives up. He was a guy at the free throw line, and he wasn't shooting, but he was there just dripping. I
saw it,
drenched, and I was like, he is giving his all. And
you could have wrung out his beard like a wash rag, bro. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll get into him more with the box scores, which I know we can get to. But like, I'm so happy for him too. So yeah,
I'm with you, and I gotta give you credit because you've been on him for a while. Yeah. So I see you. I tip my cap. Tip my cap to you.
Yeah. All
right, guys, let's go to Duncan Robinson, man.
Okay.
Okay. So Duncan Robinson, like I said, 17 points on 5 for 9 shooting. That's impressive. 17 points on 9 shots. That's impressive. 4 of 8 from 3. 3 from the free throw line. 3 rebounds. 2 assists. 3 blocks, guys, for Duncan Robinson. 3 blocks for Duncan Robinson in 38 minutes. Have at it, boss. What'd you see from Duncan Robinson tonight?
Oh my gosh, I saw what JB must be seeing in him because I told you, I was like, look, I think JB is gonna wait at least a week to make any changes to the starting.
You said that. Yep.
I think that he's gonna, see what happens. And Duncan Robinson shook it off. I mean, it just goes to a testament that we just weren't in stride against the Bulls. Duncan, he pulled up when he needed to. He made a couple iffy shots, but whatever, but he was on it with defense. 3 blocks.
Yeah.
Crazy. How many rebounds did he have?
He had 3 boards, so it wasn't a ton, but
not a ton, but he was. I noticed him. He was present. He was in the paint. So to get them, and that's what we need while Ivy's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, 17 points is what Ivy averages, and Ivy brings a different game, but Duncan did fantastic. He also played 38 minutes. Like he crushed it, and it's just hard to do when you start at a new team, second only team ever, and then you come off of a night where you were 1 of 8 shooting and scored 2 points when you're a 3-point shooter, and that's what we got you for. So then come in when we need you and light it up. I mean, he did fantastic. I'm so excited for him, and I hope that he's got his confidence. I'm just thrilled with what I saw from him, and the 3 blocks just really blows my mind.
Yes, impressive.
As a guy who they rag on him about his defense, and he had some iffy touch fouls as well. Who didn't? But just the 3 blocks. He was in there to play. He was in there to win.
Listen, man. First of all, his plus 14 was the best team best.
Yes,
plus 14. I gotta give him credit. And tonight, guys, he looked like the guy who I was hoping he would look like that was on this team last year, Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah.
That is what I saw. Not the shooting, because we know he can shoot, but the defense, the rotations. There were no defensive breakdowns with him. You saw him playing physical, right? You saw him sticking his nose in the paint and trying to grab boards, right? Creating desperate. Like he looked like THJ out there tonight to me, and that was great to see. So if we get that from him with a even better J, I mean, then okay. Because I was asking for I was like, I want to see Ron Holland start. I want to see Ron Holland the 2.
Yeah.
If he gives us this, then I'm okay with Ron running with Stu in the second unit. I mean, I still think Ron would be a great starter. At this point, it would be a pick 'em as far as if you get this from Duncan and if you get that from Ron, like can't really go wrong. But he definitely, like Vulture said, he had way better. And I don't care about the shooting. Yeah. He's a shooter.
Yeah.
Every shooter has slumps. They go hot and they go cold. It happens. But what you can't control is your effort and your defensive intensity and your hustle. And tonight, he brought it. So I'm going to give credit to him and to the coaching staff for letting him know if you're going to be in the court, this is what is required. Because you know why? Everybody else in the court is doing it too.
Yeah.
So it's required. And he showed up.
Yeah.
He showed up.
He did big. I mean, I see a couple of comments here saying LeVert wasn't missed. Different players, guys. Different. LeVert was missed. I think.
Yeah, I think he was missed.
It's different. He could also bring production. They could have
Right.
both had 17 points, honestly.
I agree.
So I'm not going to say that LeVert wasn't missed, but I'm going to say that Duncan stepped it up and made sure to give Cade, help Cade with the scoring load. So
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely missed. We had 5 guys unavailable in the fourth quarter. Like
yeah, that's crazy.
4 rotational guys didn't even play in the second half. You know what I'm saying? So like, we definitely could have used him because you look at the minutes.
Yeah.
You got 3-4 guys playing 40 minutes, then yeah, you got guys who are missed for sure.
Oh yeah.
But we just happened to pull it out because of our toughness. That's what it was.
Yeah.
If we lose this game, we're not saying Karis LeVert isn't missed, right? But because we were able to scratch and claw it out, it's easier to kind of feel that way. But let's not forget that we do need a player like him to come in and make plays and for himself and for others. So
Absolutely.
I hear what you're saying, but he's still, when he gets to midseason form, we're going to see how important he is to this team, I think. Yeah.
Okay. No, truly.
Okay. Let's go to Ausar Thompson. Ausar tonight bounced back. I want to see a bounce back game because he didn't play bad in the first game, but he played really well in this game. I got to give him a lot of credit in this game. Wasn't perfect, but overall he played very, very well. 19 points, 9 for 16. The 16 shots, I'm not even mad at. I like that because just the aggression, the not playing as if the confidence is not there. So the 9 for 16 is, I love that. And he went 1 for 3 from 3. I like that too.
Yep.
I like that too. We'll get to that. Over 2 from the free throw line. I want to see that improve. 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, stuff in the stat sheet again. 1 turnover in 24 minutes. Instant reaction to a star Tasmanian backbone of the defense, Thompson.
Well, he won. He beat his brother today, won against that. Yeah, he outplayed a man on many levels. I agree. He was there offensively and defensively. There were a couple moments where I was like, I want him to be on defense and stuff, more focused on that. I saw him be the main ball handler a couple times. A little bit of foul trouble that kept him out of the game at certain points, but nothing crazy. He only had 3.
2 in the first quarter, early in the first 90 seconds, he had 2 fouls. Yeah.
And I'll say this now because it's his free throws that he's the last one I want at the line, basically.
Yeah.
But we got 65% of free throws. We all need to get better.
Facts.
Everyone. Ridiculous. Facts. But
I agree.
It's just a start. That's it. Free throws are an easy thing to work on. They'll be fine. The 19 points, I mean, he really got to the basket when needed. I'm more defense fine, so I want to see more rebounds from him. But like the steals, the blocks, the assists, I mean, he did phenomenally. And it's kind of funny. Like I think that he picked up his pace after the Duren ejection, against his own brother, and he was just kind of like, all right, well, I'm going to go out and finish this.
Right.
So I appreciated that from him. I appreciated the way he played tonight. And if these are his numbers consistently, I'm all for it.
I agree. Let's get to some comments, man, as much as we can. Michael Hustler said, Greg Kelsler was hilarious when Cade threw that lob to Ausar. He said, it's not talk. You know what's funny? Greg Kelsler is usually a very positive person. He's very optimistic. So when he says something like that, he's very annoyed. Yes. So I wanted to point that out. I heard that too, Michael Hustler. That was funny. Yeah. Zion says some Cade pulled through with some clutch plays. Yeah, for sure. Guys around Cade didn't react right when but that's the thing. Yeah. You need guys who not only know what to do with it when they catch it, but also know when to go get it.
Yeah.
And that's what Jaden does. I'm just saying. He's so important. But yeah, for sure. I agree with you, Ethan. We're going to get to Tobias, KS25. Tobias did a great job guarding Sengun. Yes, he did, man. We're going to get to that
phenomenal
very, very soon. Let's finish up with Ausar, and then we'll get to him. Pistons Forever said, Jenkins definitely need more time. Thank you. Yeah. I will take my bow. Thank you very much. But I agree with you there. Yeah, man, Ausar just looked so much more comfortable tonight.
Yeah.
So much more comfortable with the ball in his hands. And he was able to get to his spot. I love when he gets into the paint and takes that little midi fadeaway. That seems to be something he's very comfortable with. He's been doing this since last year. I love that. Just start there and work your way out, because he's comfortable in that area. Yes, confident Ausar is. Yes, he's an animal.
Definitely.
When he's confident, it's all between the ears, literally. And tonight, it kind of looked like the reverse. Like Ausar was kind of looking like I'm in, and vice versa. So
yeah,
it was good to see that. And he was able also to get to the rim off of his own creation.
Oh yeah,
which is good. I like him off ball, catching and finishing instead of catching and initiating. Yeah. But tonight he showed, he kind of did nice little swing through, move Euro to the. Yeah. So I want to give him credit for that. He is showing he is taking stride. Game 2 of the year, game 2 of the season, right? So as long as he can continually, incrementally get better and improve and just keep that confidence level up, then I think he's going to be just fine. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, I agree. He's this is the game that he did look more confident. Whoever said that earlier, you're spot on. He looked more confident tonight. There was no hesitation in his decision making. He had 1 turnover. That's really impressive for someone that they're trying to make a second ball handler, whether
I
agree with it or disagree with it. And I agree with you that he had plenty of drive to the basket, created his own shots. When he made the pass, he moved. He didn't stand still. He got to where he needed to be in case he was the back guy. I want to, just this one comment, a little random, and I want to get your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Tari Eason would be a perfect pick.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, but at the 3, I'd rather have Ausar Thompson and Ron Holland at the 3 than Tari Eason. Because I think they're both younger than him too. So I do too. I like him. He's a good. I think he kind of fits the mold of what a Piston is. Yeah. I just think those guys' ceiling is higher than his. Okay. But if he was available and for a depth piece, I wouldn't mind that at all because he does fit the mold for sure. Good question.
I like Tari as well. I just think that if we bring anyone on, it's got to be a 4.
Right.
But, I think we're good at the 3. But if, like you said, if that ever comes up in like a free agency, a trade thing, like I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Yeah, he's a good player. Yeah. Ausar also knocked down that 3 ball. He took 3, he made 1. I'm good with that. I'll take 33%.
Yeah, the 16 shots you mentioned. That's 56% that he made. Those are jump shots. And here we are, Asar's known a lot for his dunks or at that rim plays, but a lot of those shots were mid-range, a couple of threes. And especially when we can afford it, the way that we were playing, I don't think it's something that JB pushes, but I would like to see more offensive boards. We usually, I think he's like, once they take the shot, get down court, back on defense. But I would like to see some more offensive boards, especially if it's coming from a 3, because you have time to, get to the rim. But anyways, he made the right decisions when shooting 3s. None of them were forced. None of them were bad shots. So I appreciate. I think
I just think I feel like he made good decisions overall because because there was a time when he was open, he didn't pass it up, he knocked it down. But on another occasion, when he was open and there was a closeout coming towards him, and he didn't take it, he made the extra pass to Duncan Robinson in the corner, right? So just overall, he made just much better instinctive decisions as far as thinking about the decisions, and that's the difference I think with him, and just having that confidence. And like you mentioned, I think playing against Big Bro, wanting to even the score to 2-2, as far as the win-loss, kind of gave him the extra fire.
While we're here, let's just give. So again, Ausar 19 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Amen 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 5 fouls. With Ausar with 3 fouls.
Okay, he overall outplayed him. Great call.
Yeah,
great call. Like that's if we get that version of I'm telling you, it's just this. Yeah. If he gets this consistently to that level, he's going to be a much better player just as a result of that. Because we know when he's confident, he's a very impactful player. So
it's an important game for his confidence.
Exactly. It's funny though, like not to be negative, but it was funny because he took a shot from the elbow, tried to go glass, didn't even barely caught rim. It wasn't really in the flow of the offense. Yeah. And as soon as he did it, you see Ron Holland run into the score table. Yeah. About to come get him. It was funny. That was just funny to me. I had to call that out. That was funny.
I love it.
Coach was like, go get him. Getting a little too confident. He feeling himself a little bit too much. Yeah. But aside from that, he played great, man.
Yes.
Overall, really good game.
Yes. And in 25 minutes, too. That's awesome.
Yeah. I will say this, too. One more thing. We talked about it already, but the sooner that he can develop that consistent shot, because I don't want him to work too much on the 3, worry about the 3 too much. But as he continues to get better at it, if teams just start to respect it, that's going to help this team, because we talked about the double teams, right? Yeah. And in the fourth quarter, we saw the Rockets continually leave him to go double Cade, so they don't respect his jump shot at all. So just having a respectable, if he's able to go 1 for 3 for the year, I'll take that.
Exactly.
Because that's going to force teams to at least have to stay somewhat attached to him, which means Cade has more space to operate. So
100%. I agree. That's a really good point, because if you can't double or triple team Cade if he has weapons around him.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. 100%. Okay, let's get it, man. Y'all are not playing tonight, man, with these two. Okay, let's get to some more super chats here. Dominic says, did you guys get the feeling KD just wanted to go home when he passed to for the finals? It seemed, you know what it is, bro? He didn't like the physicality, man.
Yeah.
You could see it. Paul Reed was forcing him. Like, Paul Reed's help side D was great tonight, man. He would come over at the last minute. You know, Ausar would play him straight up, and then here comes Paul Reed, or here comes Stu, or right. And the physicality always bothers him.
Yeah.
Right. And especially if he's not getting the whistle, then he gets frustrated. I always go back to when the Brooklyn Nets played the Celtics in the playoffs, and they got swept because Jason Tatum, Jalen, like all those guys were bodying him. They were getting physical with him, and the ref was letting it go. That's how you beat him. If you can get the refs to call the game fair, and you can play good positional defense while still being physical, you're going to wear him down because he's not a big guy. He's a tall guy. But even with as far as rebounding, when Stu was battling in the paint, like Stu would always get position in front of him, even though he's not as tall, because he just is more physical. So KD's kryptonite is physicality. And Dominique, I think that was the reason, bro, that we saw him like that, because he's like, man, y'all can have this game, bro. I'm tired. I'm beat up. I'm 37. I'm old. I'm beat up. I'm finesse. So yeah, I agree with you, Dominique, for sure. Go ahead.
I mean, it's funny though, because he had 18 free throws. You know, so like he was getting the benefit of the whistle most of the time. So I think he's just kind of at, you know, that stage. But if you look at Houston's thing, no one else was helping him except Şengün had 17 points. Everyone else, the next best scorer had 11. You know?
Who had 11? Who was it? Let me see.
It was Jabari had 11 and Steven Adams had 11. Then Amen had 10. Cody had 10. And then
you're right. You're right.
So Durant probably was just like, he's literally getting everything he wants. He's making shots. If he's not making the shots, he's getting the foul call.
Right.
So yeah, at some point, he probably is just like, I'm over. And like Paul Reed, wasn't afraid in those final few seconds. He wasn't afraid to guard him. So
yeah, that's a good point. That's
Durant
a great point.
You're right. We knew it was going to go to KD. He's their closer. If I had KD, I'd go to KD.
I mean, come on, it's KD.
He was just probably, frustrated with the fact that he got to the point where he couldn't shoot over him. And he knew that if he took the shot, it wouldn't go in. So he gave his teammate another chance. And even if Ahmed made that, we would have won, because we still had a point. So I think at that point, he was just kind of like, this is, as soon as he got it and was guarded, he's like, there's no way we're gonna.
But no, it's I agree. Like, he had 37 in the loss. Like, it's nice to see Cade get 21 in the win.
Yes.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like, do it by community. That's what I love. That's Pistons basketball. Spreading the wealth out, sharing the wealth, spreading it out, being unpredictable, that kind of thing. Next man up. I love to see that. So Ethan says, what did Ethan say?
He said KD has always been a finesse guy. That
exactly
is not his style.
Exactly, 100%. And you saw it. You saw it tonight. One more super chat from CeeLo coming back, says today we had the better twin 1.5 of 9 to right. Yeah, we had Ron. That's the thing. So like Ron with him, Ron is like Tari Eason is like Ron for them. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather have, to be honest, I'd rather have Ausar and Ron and Amen and Tari Eason. I think it's close, but I think it's a good conversation. But I think we are just fine at that wing spot right now for sure. Yeah. Especially if Ausar plays like that, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. I just have to shout out my guy Aaron Gordon, because Dominique brought it up. Aaron Gordon had 15 loss last night.
So look,
insane. Well, also
we were texting last night. Let's go about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I mean, I live in Denver. Love the Nuggets. Jamal had like over 25 points. Nikola Jokic had a triple double. Aaron Gordon had 50 points, and then Steph Curry turns it on and gets 33 points. You can never count out a team with Steph Curry ever. But I was bummed that they didn't get the win for AG. But absolutely insane, that he put up those numbers. And that's just kind of where the NBA is at today. Because I mean, he even had help. Again, Jokic had a triple double, and Jamal had over 25 points. So it's just kind of crazy. That's odd.
I told you last night in like the first quarter.
Yeah.
I said Aaron Gordon's going to be an all-star for the first time this year.
Oh yeah.
The way he's playing, that's my hot take. He's going to hit his first all-star game this season. The way he's playing, adding the 3 ball to already go along with everything else he already does.
Yeah.
Still got 90% of the athleticism that he had when he was losing dunk contests he was supposed to win. Like, he's a great player. All right. Yeah. Let's go to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris tonight, guys. 9 points on 4-12 shooting, 1 of 4 from 3, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, a little bit of everything tonight, 1 turnover in 38 minutes. So, guys, you see our guys had to play, our starters had to play heavy minutes.
40 minutes.
Heavy minutes, man. So what were your thoughts on Tobias tonight?
Defense. That's what he brought. Defense on Şengün.
9 points don't matter.
He came in when JD went out and then Stu got another foul. He came in and was basically our big. We didn't have a center for like at least 3 to 4 minutes, and he came in and delivered. I mean, you look at that box score, you're like, okay, Knight, but like defense, it's what he brought. Defense and spacing and that presence. Like that's gosh, it's just awesome to have. What is it? 15-year veteran.
Yeah,
like 15. Going out there and knowing what he needs to do for this team to win. He didn't slow down. He played 40 minutes. He's the oldest guy on the team, and he played 40 minutes.
And he played 40 minutes.
Wow. And it's because of his defense. It's not because he was making shots. It's not because he was, making crazy assists. It was because of his defense that he played 40 minutes.
Yep. The Tobias we got tonight in game 2 was not the Tobias we got last year in game 2.
Oh, no.
Right?
No.
Because we knew, that's what I was saying last year. He just needed to understand, and he needed time to figure out what his role was. He needed to learn these guys. He didn't even know who these guys were really outside of just from a distance. So now that he knows his role, he's got a year under his belt with this team, with this coaching staff. He knows his role. And you see, there are going to be nights when he only has 10 points. But the 10 points that he scored, along with the 20 points that he kept them from scoring, rounds out to about 30 points for Tobias Harris tonight.
Yeah.
Because he played amazing. We just talked about Şengün dropping 40 against the Thunder. Against, you know what I mean? Like just going crazy against Chet Holmgren and those guys. But tonight, not so much, man. Tobias Harris tonight, to me, listen, I'm going to be honest. I was a little worried at the start of this game when I saw Tobias was going to have to go against Şengün, because Şengün is tough, man. Like Şengün and Steven Adams, that's 2 footers. That's 2 7-footers. We talk about the Pistons. Go ahead.
Sorry, they're tough, but they're also crafty. Like, they're like we saw it. They're tough, but they're also smart. So if they're not getting a shot, they're going to find a way to get the call. So that's what's tough. And like you said, he just blew it out of the park.
And we talk about the Pistons. How they're going to be facing some Eastern Conference teams that play with 2 bigs, right? But now we're seeing even more Western Conference team. We just mentioned the Rockets. We mentioned the Thunder. So like it's becoming a thing again. But I was a little concerned about that, because you just can't teach size, right? He's got the heart, he's got the hustle, but you can't teach size. But I got to give him credit, man.
Yeah.
I have to give that man credit, because tonight he looked like the player that we saw battling Karl Anthony Towns in 6 games of the playoffs against, that's who we saw tonight.
Yes.
That physical, relentless, scrappy Tobias Harris that was playing more like 6'9", 6'10" instead of 6'8". We saw him tonight. And he, in my opinion, was one of the best players for the Pistons tonight. Absolutely. 9 points in all.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Because like you mentioned, it's defense. Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, and like Devon said, Pistons showed they can play big while being undersized, and that's what we need them to do. Especially when we lost one of our biggest guys, Jalen. So he just I know.
Facts, bro. Go ahead.
I mean, I've showed you. So I have a list. I have 2 lists: a heart list and a bad list.
Oh yeah.
And I put Şengün on it, and from last
she don't call it a bad list, y'all. But go ahead.
I don't call it a bad list, but for YouTube purposes, it's
right.
But he asked me. He's like, I don't know why Şengün's on here, and it's because of the flopping. I don't like flopping.
I get it.
I don't like that. Is if you feel like, to me, it's a compliment. You don't think that you can win? Yeah, you need to foul Isaiah Stewart out to win the game. Okay. Right. No, I agree with you. Do it. So they were foul hunting for sure. You could definitely see it. They say little Jokic and stuff, but Jokic is he has his moments where he can foul bait, but he's not that. He's not. He doesn't need to. He knows he's good enough to not do it. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I gotta give Tobias credit, man. Like, he deserves a ton of credit for just doing the little things, the dirty work. The Pistons, they don't win this game without him. They don't. Right, so shout out to you, bro. Year 15 and all, still getting it done. Windmilling in practice. We need one windmill, one breakaway windmill in the actual game. If I get that, I'll be happy. All right. And a completed lob. I would love to see that. Yeah. I think Cade's trying to rub off on him. Yeah. Exactly. It's trying to work the wrong way. I want Cade to rub off on Tobias. So I feel like it's kind of going the other way. But it's all good. It's all good. 39 minutes, we'll give you a pass. Yeah. But yeah, so let's go to Jalen Duren now, who had his night cut short. JD had 6 points on 3-4 shooting.
He has 6 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 turnover in 12 minutes. Only 12 minutes. So what was your reaction to JD tonight?
I was, impressed with how he came out compared to how he played last game. He didn't get into foul trouble. He was getting to the basket, getting rebounds, getting blocks, getting steals. He was playing more aggressively. And at that time, I was like, oh, he's here. Like, this is him. This is him showing that he deserves that contract. This is him showing that he deserves that extension. And then, the silly stuff, the tech, you got the foul call. Keep your hands off. Okay. You got the foul call. You got it. It's just a little bit more of a maturity thing we need from him. And then the flagrant, I've mentioned it already. I think that the flagrant was more of a flagrant 1. Someone in the comments mentioned, I think it was just the buildup that got him the flagrant 2. I too told my stepdad, was like, how is that a bad foul? And I was like, I think it's because it's the first quarter and the refs are trying to set a tone for the game.
Exactly right.
Things don't get out of control.
100%.
So, so they're being a little tougher. But it's hard because we won, but it would have been easier if he stayed out because he was 100%. Doing well. He was doing well. So, now he's gotten that out of the way. So then hopefully on Sunday, he plays the full game. No foul trouble. Looks good. I appreciate his aggressiveness. He needs to work on his emotions when it comes to the team. Just for the team's sake, just back away.
Yeah, I like the physicality. I love, like pushing guys off you. He doesn't like anybody touching him when it's a conversation. Like not even his teammates. He don't want nobody like. He's immediately like, get off me. If it's coach, if it's Kate, no, don't touch me. Don't touch me. I like that. I do like that. Yeah. But it's like you said, it's about time. It's a time and place for everything. And he really could have hurt this team tonight. Somebody said, why would he do that right after he got a tech elbow right in front of the ref? Like you got to be a little bit smarter. You can't get into personal battles and anything like that because that's how you hurt your team. Before I go further on JD, I want to get to this super chat from Dominique. Backtrack just a little bit, but I missed it earlier. It says, good game by Tobias. Got nothing but respect, but he need to work on that. Yeah, the floater game will help him for sure. We know he's got the midi, but the floater game, he can get a little better with that. But I'm not, you know what, man? Honestly, if he's doing what he did defensively, I don't even care.
Yeah.
I don't even care. He gave us just enough offensively, you know what I'm saying? Getting to his spots. If he's giving us a defense like that, I can live with it. You know what I mean?
And he's doing those floaters over great defenders. He's doing those floaters over these tall Rocket teams.
Yeah.
So he's trying. Like, I appreciate the effort to get in there.
That's true.
There was the one time that he missed the shot, got his own rebound, and put it back up. That's what I need from him and want from him. So, but yeah. So I mean, I agree, and he'll get there. But this was also, I mean, it was over Steven Adams. It was over Şengün. It wasn't over anyone.
Having to put a floater up over KD, Şengün, and Jason Momoa. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. So, but I agree with you. There's always room for improvement there, bro. Sorry I missed your comment earlier, but I want to make sure I highlighted you. Okay, let's get to we were talking about JD. So as far as JD for me, he had good effort early. It was much better, I think, to start this game than last game as far as effort. He had a nice help side block on Şengün early. He ran the floor pretty well. He was more disciplined, it seemed like, early in this game, and it helped that. It did help that he was, guarding Jason Momoa, who's not an offensive threat. Yeah. Right. But, but even with that, it was still nice to see him mentally locked in, playing more discipline and playing with more effort. Because that was what I asked for after the last game. And there was one possession defensively where he did a couple things, where he got a finger on a Reed Shepherd scoop at the rim. He blocked it. Yeah. And then right after that, they got the offensive rebound and he contested a KD midi, which missed. And in the bang, bang play. So he showed the ability to protect the rim and guard on the perimeter in the span of 10 seconds pretty well. So those are the flashes that we see. It's like, JD, just give us that consistently. That's all we're asking for. Just be available. First of all, be available. And then just show us that consistency, especially in a year where you're betting on yourself and trying to, earn your keep in a sense as far as your contract. So we need you on the floor and we need you playing at the level we saw the second half of last season. So that's all I want to see from him.
Yeah, I agree. And, I think he's going to clean it up. Hopefully he learns from this as well. He clearly learned from the first game, changed it. So hopefully he learns from this just to control your actions. And, the best, I appreciated the Detroit jersey lift, when he was walking out.
Oh, when he was doing it still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I know. I was like, I appreciate that. And then the best thing the team could have done for him in that moment was win, and they did. So hopefully, he just realizes, like, I could have been out there and benefited you guys. And I think he will. I mean, these guys are so close. No one's gonna let JD just get away with this stuff, you know. And,
Right.
I don't think that he necessarily wants to be that guy. So I think that he'll clean it up. He'll do a lot better.
I think that. Go ahead.
It's just
Yeah. I think Devon made a good point. Said JD just showed he's 21. We have to remember he's 21 years old. But he said he's showing his age, but he's not taking his anger out with plays like Draymond or Stu. They do crazy stuff too. And that's a great point.
Yeah.
Because we don't see JD getting involved in these kind of altercations often.
No.
We do not. To be fair to him. It happened, I think, because it happened the way it happened, when it happened, and who it happened against.
Yes. Exactly.
Is what magnified it for us. It's like, you can't do that now, bro.
Yeah.
Not in this game. Do it against the Bulls.
Yeah.
Don't do it against, you know what I mean? Go ahead.
Like I said, flagrant one in any other scenario. Flagrant.
I
one.
agree.
It was a basketball move where he turned and his arm was too high. It wasn't like because a flagrant 2 to me is when you turn and punch a guy in the face for no reason. That's a flagrant 2.
And it just depends on the ref too. It depends on who's officiating.
Right. And again,
some guys
of the chippiness already, just the way that it was paced, and the refs don't want to see it get out of hand. So
right.
I understand why they did it, but yeah, JD again should have just after that technical foul should have just let it go. But
that was it. And it's funny. It almost looked like when he first pushed us. Amin, he was like he tried to hold back after he pushed. He's like, all right. He tried to hold back a little bit, you know. But yeah, he's 21, man. It doesn't happen often, you know. Yeah. So I love once he learns to balance that, the mentality with not being out of control, just kind of channeling that and harnessing that. That's when he's gonna take the next level. But once again, guys, he's barely able to drink legally to drink, you know. So I'm gonna give him a little bit of a pass tonight. It doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
But we are going to need him going forward for sure. So we'll leave it there with JD. I'm not expecting that going forward from him at all. All right. Let's get to some bench guys. And then you guys can refrain from having to hear my irritating voice because I'm irritating myself as I talk. So hopefully I'm not irritating y'all too much. All right. Let's go to Ron Holland. Ron Holland tonight, man. 11 points on 3 of 7 shooting, 2 of 5 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 turnovers in 13 minutes. Reaction to Lil Ron, Big Ron now, Dog Pound Jr.
Yeah. I mean, did great. I mean, foul trouble early to get fouled out in under 13 minutes is impressive. But
yeah, I know.
A couple of those were the touch fouls. Again, he was past guarding KD, and even Kelser said it. He's like, they're not gonna let a guy like Ron be all up in KD's business without calling the whistle. So a couple of them were, you know, just for who he was playing and who he was playing against. Revolting energy again, fearless. He 2 3-pointers. Dude, go Ron. You know, that's what they're working on. And you know, his shots and rebound, 2 steals. I love that he dove to the floor when that one ball was loose and everyone's trying to get it, dove to the floor.
Right.
And he's just, like you mentioned last show, fearless. Like he just goes out there and he plays basketball like he's on a pickup court. He plays basketball like with no consequences. He plays basketball like he knows, like, oh yeah, I'm comfortable and I deserve to be here. So I like what I saw. I think we would have saw more if he didn't get into foul trouble. But again, I'm not going to completely fault him for that because a lot of them were just for who he was defending.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you for sure. Yeah. Hey, listen, guys, we appreciate all your comments, man. We're trying to get to as many as we can to make this an interactive conversation. So we really do appreciate you guys' inputs. As I'm talking, I'm seeing something else that you guys pointed out that I forgot to mention. So keep it coming, man. We're going to get to as many as you guys as we can. Miguel said, I don't see the comment now, but Miguel said, we know what we're talking about. So I appreciate that, you know, saying that we think it's your first time here. So welcome, Miguel. Hopefully we get to see you again soon, man. Doug coming through with the super chat says, you guys bring smart analysis. Yeah, 1964. Yeah, so like I said, he's an OG. I don't think anybody in the chat has been here longer, been a Pistons fan longer than Doug. So I want to shout Doug out. And Doug, if you have a comment, it doesn't have to be super chat. No more super chats if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Just put it in caps so my eye can get drawn to it, and then we can get you in because you've been showing love. But yeah, thank you guys, man. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. All right, appreciate y'all. So yeah, my thoughts on Ron. So I know I said last game I want to see Ron start. I still want to see Ron start. I'm sorry, man, because listen, for me, and I mentioned it in my song Dog Pound. Yeah. Set the tone.
Yeah.
Set the tone, man. Like, he is a tone setter. Hit first. I
Mhm.
love when our team hits first and they're calling the first timeout and they're trying to get settled in. They're rattled, not the other way around. Ron fits that to a T. He's going to come in from whether it's off the bench or in the starting group. He's going to set that tone, man. He's going to hit you in the mouth, hit you in the gut, hit you in the chin. He's going to hit you in the back of the head. He don't care. He don't care. So that's why I would love to see him start, because he is a Piston. The mentality is there, man. And he also has the ability, to show him more ability to play make.
Yeah.
To handle the ball.
I
To
agree.
make things easier for Cade when necessary. Less double team. Like, he can do so many things for you. Board and push, grabbing the rebound and going. Right? He's just a hooper.
Yeah.
When people ask him, when beat writers ask him, like when Amari asked him, or when Cody asked him, or when Eric asked him, what was it tonight you were seeing? He's like, I was just hooping for real, man. I was just hooping for real. He's just playing basketball.
Yeah,
That's just how he does. He's just hooping. So I just love watching him play the game. It's fun. And this is year 2. It's year 2. It's just scary, man. This dude, I think we have a star in our hands. I'm not going to lie. But like I mentioned, I want to see him start. What were your thoughts on Ron? What did you see aside from that?
Yeah, I mean, I disagree with you in terms of, we saw him bring the ball up the court. I guess for me about him starting is that I feel like he takes, I could totally see him. I would like to see it because I think that it can go either way. But I think he also takes a little bit of pride of coming in and being the cleanup guy when needed. I feel like when he takes a little pride of like, okay, Ron, go out there and go hard because we need you to. And I think that he would do well starting, but I think that he's also great off the bench. So I would just like to see it. Because I want to see where he's better in that role. Because there are some guys that are better coming in to be like, all right, like, let's get this thing back on track, or let's go ahead so I'm curious to see how he would do. I think he would do perfectly fine. But I think I would like to see it. I don't know if we will, especially with Duncan.
Yeah, that's no shade to Duncan. Like
exactly.
He played great.
It's only 5
Yeah.
It's just like, oh,
exactly.
6 round, you'd be there. But which also that 6-man play, that was funny. That that 6 men on the court.
That was hilarious. They was all kind of rattled, man. It was all kind of rattled.
I like Ime. I like Ime Aduka as a coach. I think
I do too.
I think he would be a good Pistons coach just for like his culture and how he calls his guys out. Like, he's a good coach. I like how he coaches, but for him to get
be good with JB.
was pretty funny.
Be good with JB.
Yeah.
For sure.
Anyways, Ron, I think we'll eventually, I'm sure, see him in the starting lineup. Hopefully not due to a bunch of injuries or anything like that, but maybe just due to who we're playing, our opponents, how he's doing, but I think that I just truly love that we have a guy that is like a 6-man that comes up and cleans it up and gets it done. So
I agree. Let's get to some comments real quick, man. I'm gonna try to get y'all in when I can.
No, I'm seeing that go.
Mega Hustler says 1964. I wasn't even in my mom's womb. Talking about Doug. Yeah, Doug is the OG, man. He's been around forever, man. So I had to shout him out. That's hilarious, Mega Hustler. And then Devon says, my mama was in her mama womb at 64. I'm screaming. That's hilarious. Nashawn says, Ron, biting elbows, not kneecaps. Not kneecaps. He biting elbows. I like that, Nashawn. I might have to use that, bro. Biting elbows. Ethan says, counterpoint to Ron starting. On the bench, he has more freedom to just play and not concern himself with foul trouble or keeping his head, and he brings energy off the bench. I'm not mad at that, bro. I'm not mad at that. I can't even really argue that. Some guys are better off the bench as opposed to starting, and you got to look at the fit and the construction of the starting five. I get it.
Yeah.
I just want to see how it looks.
Yeah, exactly.
Just want to see how it looks. That's all. But you are not wrong, Ethan. I think you make a valid point. You make a valid point. Thank you, Cleveland, for JB, 100%.
Yes.
Doug said, I knew your mama. Y'all are hilarious. That's funny. Y'all are classic, bro. That's hilarious. All right, man. So yeah, Ron was great, man. He did so many things well. Like I mentioned, I just love the way he plays.
Yeah.
His physicality, man. His hustle. He comes to the game right away. You can feel him in the game. You can feel his presence. He's doing something in a positive way to help the team more times than not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What a fantastic way to start the season. I mean, he's carried it over. And I think that, the foul trouble, it sucks, but I think he's just going to learn. He's just going to keep learning how to not get those touch fouls. And again, it's against who you're playing. Like they're going to give someone like Katie the benefit of the doubt, but to be able to trust Ron to guard him is already a huge thing in the first place.
Right.
And then I think he'll just learn to KD, I can't even argue because KD, I'm just like, you have to guard him at the 3. You have to guard him at the mid range. You have to guard him at the paint. Like, you just have to guard KD.
You can't give him space.
Yeah.
You can't. You got to get into him.
So I think he'll learn. He'll be just fine. He'll probably have games where he gets in foul trouble more because that's just who he is. He's a hustler. He's going to go after the ball no matter what.
Yeah.
But
I mean, think about it. Ausar had 2 fouls in 90 seconds guarding KD.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, there's not really much you can do sometimes, especially when the ref is
3.
Yeah. He did.
Impressive.
That is impressive of Ausar to have 2 in the first 90 seconds and then only end up with 3.
Yeah.
Talk about making the adjustment.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about making the adjustment, man, for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get back to, let's see. Did I have anything else on Ron? I think that's pretty much it, man. He's just a winning player. He did some, okay, so individual plays. First of all, he hit his free throws again. He was getting offensive rebounds and immediately creating shots after getting the rebound. Yep. That's the thing. He does everything. He can get in the boards and then play make after that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Diving on the floor for loose balls.
Yeah.
He's just a winning player, man. He just knows how to play the game. And you know what you're going to get when he comes into the game. Every time. I think Heisenberg said that. When he comes in, you know what's going to, it's kind of like Stu. You come into the game, you know what's going to happen. It's kind of like, and it has to be demoralizing for the defense too, or for the offense too, for the opposing team. Like when LeBron saw Kawhi come in the game, it's like,
yeah.
It's like, man, I got to go from Ausar to Ron Holland?
Yeah.
What in the, huh?
Yeah.
So,
and again, to be that memorable in 12 minutes and 30 seconds.
Agreed.
Awesome. He
Agreed.
went out, made an impact. Again, the foul trouble kept him out. You know, I kind of forgot because I think they brought him back in like late the 3rd or the early 4th. And I was like, oh, yeah, we haven't seen Ron in a while. And it's because of the fouls. But to make that impact, to have those memorable plays in just 12 minutes and 30 seconds is huge.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Albina Sasser was out tonight. I think he was out with was it a hip?
Yeah,
or
hip tightness or hip
tightness.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So second straight game he's missed. We had guys step up in his absence, man, for sure. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and go to Isaiah Stewart. Beef Stew, Dog Pound Senior. Tonight still had 4 points, 1 of 4 shooting, 1 of 3 from 3, 1 of 4 from the free throw line, which is rare. He usually shoots at least 3 or 4, 70% from the line. 4 boards, 2 blocks, 1 turnover, and he fouled out in 17 minutes. Instant reaction to Beef Stew.
Again, the stat line, you're just like, what did he do? He played defense. Those blocks. Oh, what was the first block he had? I don't know who was on. Who was going up for the dunk? And it was a perfectly timed.
I'm in.
I'm in. Okay.
Yeah,
perfectly. That's what I thought, but I didn't want to second guess myself. But
man,
he perfectly timed block. Fantastic defense. He played hard. Again, some fouls were obvious. Some fouls he could get away with. A couple, again, he had a silly moving screen foul, which those just suck because we need him. You know, like he got that, I think, shortly after JD went out. But
right here.
Just
Sangoon couldn't handle the stew. He had to turn it. You're right. He had to turn into an actor and flopper.
Exactly.
Because that physicality was getting, yes.
Yep.
Yes. You learn a lot about guys when you watch him play against Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah. I think that JB could have honestly challenged that, and I think they would have overturned it. But again, I'm happy that JB saved the challenge. I think he just kind of knew. Yep. There was one time where they went on JB's face and he was saying something to the refs, like basically like, all right, well, if that's how it's going to be or something, like he said like that. Like,
right.
He just kind of knew that the refs were kind of like, you know, just letting Şengün and KD get touch fouls, you know.
100%.
So I'm happy that Stu, again, he delivered again, nothing like, you know, his double from night 1, but still so impactful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He can be impactful by stuffing the stat sheet or by putting up 4 points to go with, you know what I'm like? He's going to have his imprint on the game, regardless of what the stat sheet looks like. That's why you have to watch him play in order to understand how impactful he is on the basketball court. Just mentally, the tone he sets for that team. It's funny, Zion says, I wonder how many times Stu blocked Ausar like that in practice. Ooh, that is a great question. If I ever get a chance to ask them, I will ask him that question to see if I get an honest answer.
I know. I'm curious.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, Stu was great, man. Stu was he played. The thing for me is he's fearless. He's fearless. And Greg Kelser, shout out to Greg Kelser on the call. He said it best. He said, when it comes to being a great rim protector, you cannot be afraid of getting dunked on.
Yeah.
You could not be afraid of getting posterized. And we saw last game, Matas Buzelis He caught Stu, one of the few guys to catch him. And it was actually out of possession because usually Stu has more time to recover before going up. But by the time he turned around, he tried. That's the thing. Even though Stu was late because he was out of position, he just didn't still let him go. He could have just let him go, say, I'm out of position. I ain't going to get this. He still tried to go get it.
Yeah.
You know, so 2 days after that happened, what's he do? Against an even more superior athlete. And Thompson, what's he do? He goes up.
Yeah.
And he tried to catch Stu slipping, but Stu stuffed him right at the rim.
And he caused, he had 2 blocks, but he caused a lot of missed shots at the rim too.
Agreed.
Like, he caused a lot to get possession back just by his presence and being up there with his hands. And it's a game of percentages. So if he's going up, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times to block a guy, one of them's gonna get through. But then the whole point is to just not be, to do it again. Just keep doing it. So,
Right. Yeah, we got to hear our customary. That's BS. JB seems it seems like every game he's saying that to a referee. That's BS.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, what was the call? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's BS.
We see him in Aduka like exchanging words.
I didn't see that. Really?
I don't know if it was after the 6th. Oh, it might have been after JD was fouled, but they were yelling across from each other. And,
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think they're buddies. I'm pretty sure, usually, but they. There are a couple of words exchanged where they were getting a little closer. And
they seem like they're cool off the court though. It's probably just that in-game intensity, which I love. I love it.
Yes, exactly. You got to separate it. No feelings lost. No love lost.
No love lost for sure.
But we're here to win. But they were yelling at each other.
I love it. I love it, man. Yeah. That's good basketball. Yeah. That's good. And that's respect too. Yeah. That's respect too. Mutual respect.
And I love it because Monty Williams was a mannequin.
Man,
a mannequin that had no emotion.
I just think about that. You know what I think about?
The Heat game where Ausar got hit. Or was it the Heat? No, it was the Wolves. It was Dante DiVincenzo that hit him. Is that the Wolves or the Knicks? The Knicks.
Okay.
The Knicks year. But that was the only time I ever saw Monty get mad. Other than that, he just stood there.
With Monty, there was 2 things that stood out to me the most. 2 different games, 2 different occurrences.
Yeah.
The first one was when they were saying sell the team.
Oh yeah.
And he's just like, and he just puts his head down like,
yeah.
Now, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm just like, wow. Like he just seems more. And then the other time was when Cade got hacked. I'm putting these back on, by the way, after I say this. Cade got hacked. And he's looking at coach, like, help me out. Because JB is telling his guys to get away from the refs. Like, let me get him. Let me at him. Yeah. Right. But Cade got hacked in a play. And you could hear it through the screen. You could hear it in the nosebleeds if you were at the game. He got hacked. Yeah. And he's looking at his coach like, bro, it's like he's just like trying to, vent to him. And Monty just like,
yeah.
And Kay has this look on his face like he didn't say anything, but he had a look on his face for like a split second, like, dang, you're not even really invested. You don't even really care, do you? Yeah. Like he didn't say it, but you could see that he noticed the fire just wasn't there to fight.
Yeah.
And that was what was the 2 things that always stood out to me as far as that's not our kind of coach. That's not. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. That's just JB. I appreciate that he basically has a constant dialogue going with the refs and stuff. And exactly. And JB, led the league in most coaches technicals last year, which he never thought was possible. It just comes with the territory of being a Detroit coach. But I appreciate him. I appreciate the emotion. I love the emotion. So anyways, JB, you can yell at coaches anytime. You can get text anytime. I will never be mad about it.
The Pikachu meme got me dead. Oh, that's hilarious, bro. I'm dead. Yeah. Devon, you are a fool, bro. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, Kay had Jabari on skates all game, bro. He was doing the triple, what they call the triple axle in the air, ice skating there. He had them all over the place, bro. It was hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, great, good stuff. All right. So yeah, we already know Stu, man. Stu's gonna bring that dog pound mentality. He's blocking Thompson at the rim. He's battling with Steven Jackson, aka Jason Momoa. He's giving up 2 inches and 20 pounds too. You know what I'm saying? Like he just does it all defensively, man. And then offensively, we know he's adding more to his bag. So good game from Stu, man, for sure. Okay, let's get to a few more guys, and then we will call it a night. Let's get to Chaz Lanier. Swaggy Chaz Lanier. 3 points, 1 for 3 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3. So all of the shots for 3-pointers, which is okay. 1 assist in 12 minutes. What were your thoughts on Swaggy Chaz tonight?
I was just really excited to see him.
Me too.
And I'm very proud of him for making, I think it was his second shot attempt, and he made it. And that's just big for a guy's coming into the NBA. That's just a confidence booster. I liked what I saw from him. He had a couple, they trusted him with bringing it up the floor a couple times, which I was just kind of like, okay. But like, but he did, you know, he played 11 minutes, 30 seconds. He wasn't too memorable, but I'm just really proud of him for making that basket. And I think that's a good start. So I'm really happy that we got to see him, that he made a basket, that he felt the confidence. He got on the floor. You know, he contributed in some way to the win. That's got to feel good as a rookie.
For sure. First game. First NBA game, too. So him and Danis, first game, they both, you know, neither one of them looked like they had a deer in the headlights look, or they were lost, or they were afraid. Right. Like they were ready. They fit right into with everybody else as far as playing team basketball to get a win.
Yes.
So I was glad to see that. Real quick, Paper Chunker says, so glad we didn't draft. Sorry, Jabari. We could have. Oh, no, actually, no, we couldn't have. He went before Jaden Ivey. So I'm glad that he did. And I'm glad because that was a draft with Chet Holmgren. And I think Paolo was in that draft as well. So, yeah, I'm happy with J.I. Even though he hasn't had a chance to really show everybody else what he can do, I think he's already a better player than Jabari Smith. So I'll leave that there. So as far as Chaz, like I mentioned, in his first regular season game of his career, I thought he was okay. I thought he was solid. He knocked down shots like you mentioned. But defensively, he's further ahead than I thought. And we know he came from, like we mentioned, a defensive program. So we got to remember that. Like, he played for a coach that was a hard-nosed coach that was not going to allow you to play unless you brought the defense. So he's not a defensive wizard or a defensive clamper, but he can fit right in to where he's not a liability, and you can keep him on the court because he's a bucket. He can shoot the ball, and he's not going to kill you. He's not going to hurt you defensively. So to see that in his first action was very, very encouraging for him, for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to Javonte Green. That's one of your guys. I know you love the unsung guys. You love the underdog, and he is but he played well tonight, man. He had 7 points, 2 of 6 shooting, 1 or 2 from the field, 2 or 3 from 3, 4 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 turnover in 20 minutes. What about you? I'm gonna let you just go ahead and go. Go ahead. What are your thoughts on Javonte?
So he played 20 minutes, and in a game that was full of touch fouls, guess how many fouls he had?
I'm not going to cheat. How many did he have? He had really 0. Okay.
So that to me, and he had 0 last game too. And I know last time, he just got like 1 basket. He didn't play a lot. That just screams defense again, especially since we held a bunch of guys. Like, KD went to the line 18 times, and then we held a bunch of their guys under 11 points. And he didn't send any of those guys to the free throw line. He was not responsible for any of those in 20 minutes. I liked his threes. He got to the basket really well. I was, have predicted that I thought that him and Cade would play well together, and they did play well together on the court. He got a couple assists from Cade. He had 2 assists, that's just, and he got in there for the rebound. I love Javonte. And again, he stepped up. I think he had more minutes tonight because of the JD ejection. But to do that with 0 fouls in 20 minutes, I just think
Swiss Army knife, man.
It's the defense, and I noticed the last game, and I think it's just going to continue. He knows how to stay in front of someone. You're not going to, whoever he's in front of, they're not going to get the pass.
Right. So, he's a Swiss Army knife, man.
Oh yeah.
Like some of these other guys, he can just do a little bit of everything.
Oh yeah.
And that's what makes your team versatile. You got plug and play guys who can do the little things. Devon said this team is reminding him more. Right. Devon has been on this for a while. I think he's called them the Detroit Thunder or OKC Thunder or something. OKC East. OKC East, right. He's been on that for a while, and he's right. Because you got guys in OKC, well, not so much this year because we know them now. But last year before, it's like when they're blowing teams out and they empty the bench, and the third stringers are knocking down shots, and they're increasing the lead. It's like, who are these guys? Who are these guys?
Yeah,
that's kind of what we can kind of see with this team potentially. Yeah. We have guys 1 to 15, 1 to 12, whatever you want to say, that can be impactful, and you saw it with all the guys we had out. Guys getting ejected, guys falling out, guys being injured, and we still just have guys just come in and play their role and do it at a high level. That is a lot like OKC. So Devon, You've been saying that for a while. I got to give you some flowers for that because you are dead on with that for sure. That's a great call. Great call. And I've been a Javonte fan since we got him. When I told you, man, like, whenever we get somebody new, I always go look him up. I always go to YouTube, look and see what I can find. Right. And for him to not be a household name and to have as many highlight videos as he does available on YouTube, this dude, we haven't even seen it yet. This dude is a freak athlete. At 32, some of the dunks that this dude has done, go look him up. This dude is an athlete at 32, man. It's crazy. So, and he's scrappy and he's hungry. He's kind of like, I call him, he's like a mix between Ron and Stu. Yeah. As far as his build. Like he's stronger than Ron, but he's not quite as strong as Stu. And he's like in between as far as height. And he just kind of can guard the 3-4 spot pretty well. I love guys like that. When you have multiple guys who can play multiple positions, you can handle foul trouble. You can navigate that. You can deal with that. You can weather that storm. And he's just one of those guys. So once again, Trajan Langdon.
Yes.
JB Biggerstaff.
Yes.
Even Tom Gores. I got to give him some credit for getting out the way and letting them guys do their job. Even him too. I think, well, we won't get into it, but he gave himself new life with these. I agree. For sure. Facts. And that's a good place to leave it. But yeah, Javonte, I mean, just excited for him. So, like you said, Ron, it's like it goes medium, large, extra large, and those guys. Right. Honestly, I'm not gonna call Ron small because he's not small. Yeah. But I'll call him medium. So Right. But they really are that way. And maybe one day we'll get the three of them on the court at the same time, and that would be fun. Very possible. That would be funny. That would be fun to watch for sure. Yep. Devon says, when Green got traded to the Bulls, I thought he was like 7 feet. He plays big, right? Yeah. He's not going to fill the stats up, but he's an impact player, 100%. 100%. Agreed. Agreed, bro. All right. Let's keep it moving, guys. We got two more guys, and then we will call it a night, and I'm going to give my voice a rest and re-up on this tee because this is getting kind of low. Sun's getting kind of low. All right. Let's go to your guy. My guy. B-Ball Paul. B-Ball Paul. Paul Reed, man. Paul Reed. Tonight he had 13 points, 6 for 10 shooting, 1 for 1 from 3, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks in 19. He did that in 19 minutes. Sheesh. Have at it. Nearly a double-double in 19 minutes. And that's crazy. He made that 3. Where's King? Because he made the 3 with the bad. So this man had 13 points with the worst shooting shooting form. Yeah. Didn't matter. Oh my gosh. And I mean, I've just been a fan. Like, I just think he's such a steal. And he's kind of like, him and Ron have the same mentality of like, I'm going to go win. I'm going to give it my all. Yep. Like this guy, he has nothing to prove except giving his all to his team. And he just does it. And he delivers every time. I mean, I didn't see any full court pressure from him, but he was in the paint rebounding. He was shooting. He was moving. He was screening. He was blocking. He was doing it all. Yep. And I'm just so happy. And, I thought that we might see a little bit of Tolu because there's a couple fouls that Reed got and then, went to JB and you can see JB being like, talking to him and like, this is what we don't do, all this stuff. So I thought we might see Tolu as well. But right. I did too. But Reed held it down. He held it down enough to where it wasn't needed. And as much as I am looking forward to Tolu's debut in the NBA, the fact that Reed could just hold it together when called upon. And this is what I've known him to do. And I just think that we are so deep at the center position, even if people don't realize. And then to think that he was also the third center behind Embiid and Drummond, and they got rid of him. Yeah. They got rid of him for a cheap price, and we got him. And I think he just fits in perfectly. And I love B-Ball Paul. And there's going to be games where he doesn't play. Every time he does, he just cements why he's there. And man, they've re-signed him. He was the first re-sign of the season, this offseason. And a lot of people were like, why are we wasting our money on Paul Reed? And this is why. This is why, man. It's so much. It's funny, man. Like, I know he's a consummate pro, he's a team player, but I guarantee you mentally, when JD got ejected, he was like Birdman. Like, he was like, let's go. Exactly. He was ready to go for sure because he saw the opportunity. Because he's already said it's hard for him. He knows how good of a player he is. It's hard for him sometimes to just play the role, but he is about the team. So he's going to do what's needed. Zion says, Paul Reed, Hope, James Naismith, and Vic Pascal. I'm screaming, bro. It's so random, dog. But listen.
I love the love, though.
Listen, Pistons Forever said something I was going to get to. In the second half when it started, at first glance, a couple times, I mistook Paul Reed for JD.
Yeah.
I'm like, because he's gotten bigger, man.
Mm-hmm.
We said it before, because I felt like last year, he even though he battled with Cade and Mitchell Robinson, he just needed to get a little bit heavier to really be able to. And you could just see, like, he wasn't getting bullied, but he was kind of getting lifted off his feet a little bit. Mm-hmm. Even when he got in that scuffle, when a cat pushed him, it's like, bro, it's nice to see him now on his grown man, on his real grown man. Like he's really enforcing, being an enforcer in there. And it's a few times, the first glance, I'm like, how did JD get back on the floor? Oh, wait, that's Paul Reed. You know what I mean? So that's how I knew that it wasn't just in my head, but he noticeably has gotten bigger, like Pistons Forever saying. So that's good to see him, because that fits what we are. We're a physical, tough-nosed team. And in that paint, you got to bring it.
As a guy,
and he did that.
As a guy signed back on the minimum, not saying, he just go out there and just want to improve yourself for this team. It just speaks volumes about him and the team.
It does.
It speaks so much to be like, I want to get bigger and better as a third string center to make sure that when I am called upon, I can deliver.
Facts.
It's just so, you just tell that these guys just really feed off of each other, and they want each other to get to they want each other to help each other hit their ceilings. And Paul Reed is just, just to do that. I'm just so impressed by him every time I see him. He didn't really make any big mistakes. He had, I think, a couple mistakes, but like nothing
glaring.
Topic. Third string center worthy mistakes, but like I just love Paul.
I do too, man. Ethan says Johnny interviewed him after the game and asked if seeing Duren's ejection changed his mindset about playing time tonight. He responded, no, because he's always ready to play every game. Unreal mindset. Exactly, bro. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. 100%. Like, he didn't put in all that off-season work just to be unprepared when a moment came. Right? So I agree with you, Ethan. That is a great point. I didn't even hear that quite yet, because we've been talking with y'all, so I didn't even see that yet. But that's great to see that he has that mindset, man, for sure. And Sean says, Javon said, I thought he was JD. Yeah, I did too, bro. And because they're the same exact complexion almost. You know what I'm saying? Close to the same height, 6'9", 6'10", and now he looks bigger. So it's like, and he moves well for his size, man. He's very spry, very, very athletic. Nashawn says, glad Total getting minutes. Yeah, I'm glad, even if he's not getting minutes, I'm just glad he's with the team.
Yes.
Him and DJ. I'm glad they're with the team. They're able to be in practice with these guys. They're not having to get called up. They have that consistency too. They can build those relationships. They can get to know coach better, understand what coach wants more, instead of bouncing back and forth. You know what I mean? It's just better for their chemistry and their confidence and that consistency for them. So I'm with you on that. That's very, very important. That goes under the radar as far as a guy progressing in the league. So I'm glad to see that. Good thing we're towards the end, because I'm losing my voice, y'all.
Your voice is starting to crack. This is
it's starting to crack, man. I'm just so hyped.
Before they clip it and put it on something.
You already know the haters gonna clip me for that for sure. I'm like, look at Deuce. Anyway, all right. Let me save my syllables here. And let's go to our last guy of the night. And you know I had to save him for last, man. Yeah. You know I had to save him for last. Y'all already know who was coming, man. Danis Jenkins. He didn't have an extraordinary game, but he had his first game tonight, first NBA regular season game, just like our guy Chaz Lanier had as well. In 5 minutes, he had 5 points on 1 for 3 shooting, 1 or 2 from 3, made both free throws. Didn't have any assists, but he did make some great plays. For example, first play of the game when he comes in, he has a nice touch pass, a nice overhead pass, entry pass to JD on the actual foul where Amin grabbed him. That was a nice entry pass from Danis Jenkins to get him the ball. So had he not fouled him, that would have been a dunk. Yeah. Right? So he comes to the game, once again, settling the game down, letting Cade rest, a lot like Dennis Schroeder did when he came to this team, running the offense, not always being explosive or extraordinary, just holding the fort down, making sure whatever lead you have doesn't disappear when you're on the court. And at times, even building on that. That's what Schroeder did. That's what Danis Jenkins can eventually do for this team, because he has that type of talent. So I wanted to shout that out for sure. And you think about it, like I said before, this is, guys, I love my dog King, but I am calling him out.
Yeah.
This is what I was talking about before. This is what I was saying. I was saying that Cade Cunningham and Danis Jenkins are the only two natural point guards on this team, right? We know Jaden Ivey can play it. He's capable. We know Karis LeVert can play it. He's capable. But Danis Jenkins is a point guard. That's what he's played his whole career. Iona, St. John's, right? Wherever he's been, that's what he's played. And you can just see that he's just, yes, exactly. He's just steady. He's just steady. He doesn't turn the ball over. He takes care of it. He sets guys up. He just makes good decisions. And that's what you need your backup point guard to do. That's literally it. And that's exactly what he does. And he's also a dog defensively. Yeah. And he made a very important 3 in that fourth quarter when the Pistons couldn't get a bucket for a minute. Exactly, Detroit Drew. Yes. First game as an NBA player. Yeah. And he's ready. Oh, just like B-Ball Paul. He stays ready. This is Reed Shepherd, guys. He went 3rd in the same draft that Danis Jenkins didn't even get drafted in. Imagine that. You saw them both play tonight. Who looked better to you? Did Reed Shepherd look 60 picks better than Danis Jenkins? Absolutely not. So once again, you need that backup point guard play. Marcus Sasser is a bucket. Even if he was available tonight, Danis Jenkins still would have played because Marcus Sasser is not a point guard. He's a scoring guard. I trust the ball in Danis Jenkins' hands. Straight up. And I can't say that about other guys. So as long as he continues to do this, he's going to continue to find himself on the basketball court, like I have been saying for a year and a half now. So I just wanted to point that out. I'm not trying to make it I told you so, but y'all remember, y'all have seen the shows. Y'all know what we've talked about. So I'm going to just leave that there. But more importantly, I'm just happy for him. Yeah. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for his trainer, Jeremy Hart, who has been with him for the majority of his career as far as the collegiate level and the NBA level. And they always just say, just trust your work. Yeah. Just trust your work. Keep putting in the work. Keep proving people wrong. It'll get to a point eventually where you are undeniable. And he's finally getting the opportunity. So I'm just glad to see that from him for sure.
Yeah, when he came in, I was jumping up and down. I was like, let's go, because he deserves this. He deserves this moment. And, you know, again, you look at the box score. Okay, 5 minutes, 5 points, good. I was kind of surprised he had no assists. Why? Because he had control of the ball, and he held the fort down so Cade could get rest.
Exactly.
There was no run. He didn't throw any errant passes. There was no turnovers. He didn't do anything. Like, he's out there. He played for 5 minutes, and in those 5 minutes, he showed why he should get more minutes. And he's going to continue to. And
exactly.
I agree, like, the point guard, like, he's just so smooth with it. And
steady.
Like someone said, I think it was Zion Caesar, the comments way up, but he's like, I can't believe they left him open at 3. Because they don't know Danis Jenkins.
They don't know him.
But they will. They will. And he's just so good at just keeping the ball under control, keeping things, like moving around the court, finding the right pass. Like, yes. He maybe he didn't get the assist, but he gave the assist to the assist. Like
the hockey assist.
Yes, yes. And they gave him the ball, and they trusted him, and he delivered. He only, had short minutes, but the way that he played, presented himself, and delivered is just going to get him further with this team. And
facts.
I was just so excited for him. I'm so glad he hit that 3 because I think if he had more minutes, he would have gone further, Yeah. And again, we didn't need him, and that's nice. But now he's shown that we can rely on him when
exactly.
And it's game 2, and we got 80 more games to go, and we're going to see more of him. And I'm
so
happy for him. So
you hit it on the head. This is game 2. This is his first ever game. He's not going to get any worse.
Game 2.
He's going to get better and better.
Two-way player. He got in game 2.
Two-way player. Two-way player playing like a two-way player.
Yes.
You know exactly. What I'm saying? Right? I love it. William Black, my dog. What's going on, bro? Good to see you here. It says, I'm just imagining us having a full, healthy roster. NBA not ready. Look, guys, I've said this for a while. Shout out to you, Brody. You know I got love for you. I think one of the Pistons' goals this year should be trying to win the NBA Cup.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Go for it. Right? Last year in the final, it was the Bucks and the Thunder. The Bucks won. Yeah. Thunder won the championship, but the Bucks won the NBA Cup. Yeah. The Pistons, if they're healthy, I think they have a chance to go get that. Yeah. Surprise some teams and go get that for sure. So just want to throw it out there. The Pistons have that type of team. When they're healthy, they can beat anybody. Anybody. So get him at the Danis. Great game, bro. Jeremy, I'll be talking to you probably tomorrow about this. So I'm looking forward to talking with you for sure. Shout out to you guys, man. Great game. Glad to get the opportunity. All right.
Yeah.
Boss, you got anything else, man, before I had to start whispering?
All I have to say is that the new track still gets me so hyped. I think it's just that's the perfect tone for the season. I saw some comments earlier, just calling you out, saying that they love it. You know,
thank you.
I very impressed by you always, but it's the perfect track to set this off. And then the Pistons just lived up to it today, and hopefully they carry that on. But just had to shout that out because
I appreciate you saying that.
Everyone in the comments hasn't heard it. Just rewind.
Oh yeah. We open it every show. We open it every show with the new theme, guys. For my real old school Pistons heads, if you notice, I have the final countdown sample in this song with the trumpet, bum 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 bum. So those kind of things. People are asking give us something old school to go with the new school. I say, okay, let me think about. So that's what I did. So hopefully you guys will rock with it. Devon said he wants to be in the video. Hey man, hit me up for the next one. I got it. Hey, listen. I may have a playoff record coming for you guys. I'm already banking on the Pistons making it for sure. So I got a playoff record, and that's going to be coming soon, right in time for the playoffs. So y'all stay tuned for that. Devon, if you want to be in the video, shoot me a DM, bro. I got you. Mm-hmm. I appreciate y'all, man, for sure. All right. So guys, I gave him my best. Sarah really, the boss carried tonight for sure. But y'all know me, man. I'm not going to miss a show unless I just can't talk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We don't do low mention over here. So I appreciate you guys. It's how much love I have for you guys that I will come on and do this with y'all like this. And I feel like this is a family, so I'm comfortable enough to do this with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all going to, let me do what I do. So, and then as of course, boss always got my back. So
yes.
Ethan says Deuce and Sarah is a great combo. Ooh. Y'all's chemistry is ESPN worthy. Ooh, man. You know what I'm saying?
We'd be much nicer and much more coherent than
Stephen A. and Molly?
Yeah.
Oh, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's funny. I was actually featured on First Take once.
Let's go.
A long time ago. It's like 5-6 years ago. Yeah. So I'll post that one day.
We're due for another one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Piston style this time. All right. That's all we got, guys, tonight.
Yeah.
So guys, listen. Up next for the Pistons are the Boston Celtics in their season opener. Pistons home season opener. At home on Sunday at 3:30. And yes, listen, guys, Boss is going to be here. She is flying into Detroit from Denver, and she will be joining me for that game at LCA. Yeah. We are going to turn up for sure. And guys, we are also going to be joined by our guy, Tom, Korea Pistons fan. He just touched down today in Detroit. I think he's here now. I got to text him and see.
Yeah, he made it. He made it safe.
Okay, okay, cool. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, he's going to be in the building as well, guys. So it's going to be a very rare opportunity, guys, for everybody to get to meet some of our biggest Pistons fans at LCA. So if you're going to the game, let us know. Let's link ahead of time. Let's talk. Let's get some pictures, whatever. We'll put them on here on the following show. It's a community. So definitely let us know if you'll be there. But boss, let me ask you, how are you feeling about being in the building at LCA? Is this going to be your first game at LCA?
This is my first LCA game. The only games I've ever been to were at the Palace. So I'm so excited. And, okay. I'll be running on fumes. I'm going to the home opener for the Nuggets tomorrow. And then hopping on an early morning flight Sunday to come to the home opener for the Pistons. Which I'm definitely more excited about. And then also just so excited to meet you in person, to meet Tom in person, to meet any of you guys. Truly, I just want to meet you so I can put a name to a face. So I'm so excited. It's going to be unreal, and I can't wait to experience. It's been so long since I've cheered for the Pistons at home. I'm usually cheering for them in Chicago or in Denver. Yeah. So I finally get to, cheer with the people around me. So I can't wait.
Yeah, that's going to be fun, man. I'm definitely looking forward to it for sure. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. So listen, guys, we are going to be doing a post-game recap on Sunday after the game. But it's going to be a little bit later in the evening. We need some time to see everybody. We might, go out for a victory drink or 3 after the game is over. So we'll see how that goes. But we are still going to do a post game. I don't know exactly what time yet. Maybe around 7 or 8 EST, something like that, Sunday night. So guys, make sure it's even more so a reason to have your alerts turned on. So you guys can make sure when we do go live, you'll know exactly when we are going live. And that's all I got. Any closing thoughts, boss?
No, oh, I'm just gonna close this computer and just live off of the high of that win. You know, like I just can't believe we beat them and we looked so good. And I'm so proud of the Pistons.
Proud, man. Just like, proud of the team.
This is what we needed after the Bulls game. And
facts.
I just oh my gosh.
Should be 2-0, but it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
I'd rather be 1-1 this way to where we lost the stinger to the Bulls.
Rockets
That's crazy.
So.
That's crazy. Yikes. Real quick, Doug says, thank you, Deuce and Sarah. Going to be great. Thank you, Doug. Thank you for all the support, man. And you have been riding with me for a while, bro. So I really appreciate that from the bottom. For real. So I appreciate that. And guys, that's pretty much a wrap for the night, man. We're going to call it there. So a wrap for this nice show. We appreciate everybody who pulled up tonight, man. And for bearing with my Barry White voice again tonight. I really appreciate y'all just rocking with me. Keeping it locked and just hearing me out, hearing us out, and hearing what we had to say. So I really do appreciate everybody for their love. And come Sunday, I should be 100%. But if not, we're going to let it all work out. Right? So
if not, everybody, you're losing your voice for sure.
Oh, man. See, it's going to be tough because like I'm already kind of losing it. And then come Sunday in the building, it's going to be hard for me to not lose it worse. Yeah. So I'm going to have to learn sign language or something. I don't know what we're going to do. I'll figure it out. But everybody, be safe tonight, man. Have a great night. And y'all know the drill, man. Detroit versus everybody. See y'all Sunday. Peace.
All the dirty work, all dog. I'ma dive on the floor, go try to block every shot. And I'ma be physical with you the whole game. You know Stu gonna be physical with you. When you think of the Pistons, you think it's just hard work and just gritty basketball. That's just the identity you gotta have when you put on that jersey.
I'm not your average breed of canine. Not a good dog, I'm bad boy for life. I set the tone, don't care about no tick. Let it be known, I get my respect. Come in the lane and see I don't bluff. If you retaliate, that's on ya. Talking pundits, I hear you're ashamed. Talking that chop, you must run this way. Tryna tell ya, if the dog palm, mess around, find out, if the dog palm, mess around, find out, for some barbecue sauce, boy, you better cough a hill, cause I'm like that. When you're ready for some barbecue sauce, boy, you better cough a hill, cause I'm like that. The dog palm, mess around.